this was the picture that I started with for my Bible cover. It is a stained glass picture of God. I think it kind of looks like Jesus, but apparently it is God, and I wanted a picture of God. And I wanted there to be a stained glass picture because I find that the most beautiful part of churches are their stained glass, and I really wanted to encompass that beautifulness in my Bible cover. So the next picture I used was this cross, as in Matthew, which was one of the 3 stories that we read. Jesus was put on the cross and was crucified. And I didn't like this picture really at all. I didn't like this fake background with this weird looking grass, but I really liked the cross because I found that it was really pretty and I just liked all the details on it. And this was a really big part of the New Testament, and I felt like that was really important to include that, as this is like one of the last things we read, and so it seemed important. Just X out of this really quickly. It's down here. Okay, and for the third photo, I actually chose words for this one and the next one because I felt we talked a lot about like the themes of the story and what people get from the Bible, and I found that faith was very important. Yes, that's what the Bible is for, is faith, but it seems so important that I had to include it because we were talking in class about the 10 Commandments and how Jesus shortened them, and the most important things were like have faith in God, and that came up continuously, especially in Matthew and also in Genesis and Exodus. It came up, you have to have faith, like people would be drowning and Jesus would say, don't you have faith in God? So faith was very important in the Bible, of course, so I wanted to put that on my cover. Then the word love. Now, the 10 Commandments said love your neighbor like you love yourself, like don't covet their things, and love God, and all these things about love. And this was a major theme along with faith. And then when Jesus shortens the 10 Commandments into basically 2, it says love your neighbor and love God. And basically love is the main theme about what you're supposed to do and how you can get into heaven. You can get into heaven by loving. So I really wanted to include that. That was very important for me because I found that that's what I got out of the Bible, was to love, and I find that to be one of the religious aspects that seems most like applicable to everyday life, is to love. And then, of course, we had to put the words Holy Bible onto it, and I tried adding text, and I really didn't like it, but I found this Holy Bible, and I didn't start with this, but this was like the last picture that I added, and I just snipped out the Holy Bible off this Holy Bible because it just went perfectly with my cover. So then I got this on the 6x9 canvas, and I took off part of God's face and also like the feet part, and I really like this. I liked how the hands were kind of like in the center, and I used the dodge tool all over God to give it more of a heavenly look and aspect. And then I did different transparencies for love and faith and for the cross, and I just liked how it all came together, but I felt like there was something missing. I did do like a filter of mosaic on the cross, And then I did this, which was my final product, which I really, really like. And this is a mosaic of the whole, I just mosaicked it all. And I found that this was like, if I really just liked how it looked, I found it very textural and aesthetically pleasing. And I felt like it encompassed the different stories and themes that we learned in the Bible with love and faith and God and Jesus and his crucifixion. And I felt like it summed basically up the 3 stories we read. I do feel that if we read more, my Bible cover would look different. But for the 3 that we did, this was my Bible cover.